All right, good evening, everyone. Not much has changed really since the last update, but Milton is still progressing eastward ever so slowly and will remain just to the north of the Yucatan Peninsula. Earlier this evening, Milton did seem to possess a better defined pinhole eye feature than what it does now. Currently, the eye feature does seem to be filling slightly, which is more than likely just due to an eye wall replacement cycle, which does seem to be taking place. You can see it a lot better. You can't really see it on IR imagery or visible satellite, but you can see it on microwave imagery, and it does show an outer eye wall forming, which is indicative of an eye wall replacement cycle, which does cause fluctuations in intensity due to the changing of the radius of maximum winds. So that is more than likely going to cause fluctuations in intensity throughout tomorrow also, because really the environment is going to be favorable up until Wednesday morning is when conditions become much less favorable. And we'll get into that further on into the video. But Milton still remains very symmetric, very photogenic on satellite imagery. I mean, look how symmetric it is. Look at that. Look how cold the cloud tops are surrounding the eye wall. I mean, this system is insane, and the amount that it strengthened in a 24-hour period is just something that many of us forecasters have not seen before. Maybe if we were in the profession for many and many years, we would have seen something like this when, back in 2005 with Wilma. But many of us new forecasters have never seen anything rapidly intensify the way that this has, and it's just incredible. The Yucatan is experiencing storm surge at the moment and life-threatening hurricane force winds. Um, let's take a look at satellite imagery. You can see the pinhole eye feature that was a much more apparent earlier on today and sort of disappearing as it progresses eastward. And you can also look up to the north and you see a nice poleward outflow, which does help to evacuate that mass away from the center and lower its central pressure. Milton currently sits at Category 5 status with maximum sustained winds of 180 miles per hour and a minimum central pressure of 897 millibars. And interestingly enough, guys, Milton is the second hurricane to reach Category 5 status this 2024 hurricane season. There is something I want to show you all here that I thought was very interesting then. Um, Hurricane Milton now ranks on the top five lowest minimum central pressures as shown by this graphic. It is only beaten by Wilma back in 2005 with 882 millibars, Gilbert with 888 millibars, the Labor Day storm 892 millibars, and Rita 895 millibars. We'll see if this thing continues to climb up the totem pole. I will keep you guys updated on that, but as of right now, it is top five for the lowest pressure in the Atlantic Basin. The National Hurricane Center has issued hurricane warnings and tropical storm warnings for the northern portion of the Yucatan, along with the western Gulf Coast of Florida, with tropical storm warnings extending north into the Big Bend region and south into the Florida Keys. And then if you look on the opposite side of the coast, the eastern coast, sitting facing the Atlantic Ocean, up into Georgia and South Carolina, you can see hurricane watches and tropical storm watches as well. And then let's take a look at the peak storm surge forecast as published by the National Hurricane Center. If you look up into the Big Bend region from Suwannee River down to Yankeetown, you're looking at 3 to 5 feet. If you're looking in the area of Yankeetown to Anclote River, you're looking more in the range of 5 to 10 feet. And then Anclote River into the Tampa Bay region and all the way down to Englewood, you're looking at 10 to 15 feet, which is life threatening. If you are told by local officials to evacuate, you need to evacuate. There's no questions. No questions should be asked. You need to get out. This is not livable. You will not survive. you will die. Get out if local officials are telling you to evacuate. Charlotte Harbor, you're looking at 6 to 10 feet, and then Englewood from Englewood to Bonita Beach, you're looking at 6 to 10 feet, and then 4 to 7 feet from Bonita Beach to Chokoloskee. If I said that right, I hope I said that right. And then on the eastern side, you're looking at a general 2 to 4 feet on the eastern side of the Florida Peninsula. Now, let's see. Let's take a look at what the models are showing. So the conditions are going to become much less favorable. Like I said, early Wednesday morning, when the storm system encounters dry air entrainment, which, as seen here by the brown colors, entering into the green colors. But then you're also going to take note to the wind shear. It enters a region of very high wind shear, which is extremely, extremely bad and unfavorable for hurricanes as it just shreds these storms apart. Hurricanes do not like wind shear, and it's going to enter a region of very high wind shear prior to landfall, at least 12 hours prior to landfall. My thinking as of right now is that this storm is going to be at least a strong category 3, possibly low end category 4 by the time it makes landfall. I don't think that it's going to weaken as much as some of the models are showing. I think it's going to be a powerful category 3 to a potentially category 4 hurricane as it makes landfall somewhere along the central Gulf Coast of Florida. But that's my thinking. I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past, so we'll see what happens. Now, I wanted to show you this from earlier. This is in the earlier video, but if you missed it, I wanted to show you earlier from this is not the latest vortex data message. It was earlier, but it was one of the vortex data messages sent out from the hurricane hunters, and they observed flocks of birds within the eye, which is not uncommon. Birds do get stuck in the eye of hurricanes, and they will fly around in the eye until they find somewhere to rest because the eye is the calmest part of the storm and it's the safest area for them to fly. Birds that get caught in hurricanes are extremely exhausted when they land and will try to find cover on anything they can as soon as possible. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned for more weather updates. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.